important to stay connected with your parents and your loved ones, irrespective of the age group that we are talking about. However, specifically talking about elderly in the family, the only way that they are able to stay connected now, if they don't live with you, is using the phone, right? So calls, messages, and things like that. Unfortunately, there are two sides to this. One part is, of course, because of the availability of so much technology and so many ways in which we can stay connected with our parents and other elders in the family. I think it's reduced the gap. It's reduced the apparent loneliness that was there probably 10, 15 years ago. So given COVID, it's important for us to stay in touch with them, make as frequent calls as possible. It's important to make sure that you talk to them as often, take care of their basic needs in case they are extremely elderly. You need to make sure that given the lockdown situation, given the COVID situation, are they taken care of? Are their basic needs taken care of? Are you make sure that they are getting their groceries, their milk, other things that are necessary, like gas delivery or entertainment. TV is taken care of, internet is taken care of. Basically, make sure that everything that is required for them for their everyday living and everyday care is being taken care of by you if you are not living with them in the same place. That's one part. It reduces their anxiety over, unprecedented events and sudden curfews, or if where they stay is becoming a containment zone. And of course, every containment zone takes care of the elderly if they're living in a sort of an apartment complex. Associations are taking special care of senior citizens. But if your parents are living in a separate house, then this could be a reason for them to feel anxious about, what if tomorrow something is not available, right? So basic things need to be provided for and taken care of. That reduces their immediate anxiety and immediate concern. So that is one. Medicines, make sure medicines are available on time. See, COVID has taken over almost every, aspect of our, thoughts and behaviors and, our concerns. However, our elderly, our parents are dealing with other health issues also. So it's important to make sure that you familiarize them with online medical help that is available, doctor consultations. Tell them that, these are the people you can contact, or, how they can get in touch in case they have some questions to ask, or their periodic checkups that are getting stalled right now because of the lockdown. Taking care of that aspect is also important. So that is the second part of it. Yeah? The third and the most important part of it is making sure that you're in touch with them. Communicate with them as often as you can. Does not have to be long calls. It depends on what it is that, makes your parents comfortable and at ease. They want to know that you're okay, that, your immediate family, your children, your spouse, everyone is all right. Because our parents are concerned that the youngsters are getting affected by COVID more. So their anxiety isn't really about whether they are testing positive or whether they're okay. It is more about whether their children, are okay. They're worried that their children are stepping out for work or stepping out for groceries. And it's important for you to make sure that you pick up their calls when they call you. You set a certain timing where you speak to your family, your parents, and make sure that they know that you're all right. So that really helps them feel more comfortable, especially if children are not living close by. You're not going to lose anything, but only gain the knowledge that your parents are comfortable and happy, knowing that you're comfortable and happy and safe. So that's the third part of it. The negative of social media during something like a pandemic is the overload of information. So it's important for us to also tell our parents, tell people elderly in our family not to take in unnecessary negative information, not to believe everything that comes on, say, a WhatsApp or a Facebook, mostly WhatsApp, because there's so much of information that's getting passed on, and not all information is correct. Not all home remedies are effective. you should speak to them and make them aware about the evils of social media and how not to absorb more than what is necessary and only take in what is relevant and what is, you know, appropriate information. Effective absorption of social media and only as much as required and what not to believe. Asking your parents that, you know, what do you think about this? Get them to talk about, you know, messages that they've got or things that they are, even if they're not voluntarily disclosing it to you, it's all right to ask a few questions so that you understand how they're thinking about this, how they feel about this. So when you speak with them, spend quality time talking to them about how they feel, how their day is, what routine they have, encourage them to do simple exercises, movements within, you know, the safety of their homes. Encourage them to take up something that they've not done in a long time. Find out what keeps your parents going. Maybe there's some hobby that they are not enjoying anymore because they're scared. Helping them to revisit those things will also be very effective. Get grandchildren to speak to them. You know, there's nothing better than that happiness that comes when elderly interact with children. So give them those special things to look forward to, and we can type this. For us as children and as youngsters to uh, not always look at supporting our parents or look at, you know, our parents as people who require support all the time. It's important for us to respect the experience that they bring to the table and give them the credit that they are a lot more resilient and stronger than we give them credit for. They have much to tell us about how to cope with stress, how to cope with the pressures that life throws at us. And there's so much that they can teach us about how to manage situations, how to manage a crisis, how to, you know, stay positive and upbeat when things are not going well. So I would request everybody to, you know, respect that, respect it. Don't patronize them. Don't treat them like they don't know anything. You know, it's really not the right way to go about it. Supporting them means being available to them and doing your duty towards them and being the good children that you need to be, but respectfully so. And it's okay, even if you are 50 years old, to reach out to your mom and dad if things are not going so well for you and tell them that, you know, you need their help. You know, I believe that um, while they don't need our validation, as people grow older, as our parents grow older, one of the things that they feel really bad about is that their children don't need them anymore. You know, we feel that we know more and we do more. And what is it that our parents can do that is going to be better or more effective? That is not really the healthiest way to look at it. The more you involve them in your life's tough decisions and you reach out to them for support, you talk to them about what's bothering you, you'll be surprised at how much relief you get and how much their wisdom, their experience uh, is going to help you. So please trust that and also make them feel that, you know, they're okay, even if you're not okay. And even if they're not okay, they still can manage